Good morning everyone. So today we will be discussing about painting of the plastered surface. So in the previous slide we have been discussed about what do you mean by painting, what are the methods of the painting, we have been discussed all. So we will give a quick review. So already I have discussed what do you mean by painting. The paints are the liquid composition of pigments and organic binders which we can apply it on a timber, metal, on any plastered surface. On drying, it forms a thin film to provide a decorative finish and protection to the painted surface. Painting on the masonry and the concrete surfaces may resist checking and disintegration, which increase the life of the structure. Okay, and painting on the metal surface at suitable intervals may prevent the metal surface from any corrosion. Next, we have been discussed about methods of the painting on the new wooden surfaces. So what are the 6 methods? First is I have discussed about surface preparation, knotting, priming, stopping, undercoating, and last one is finishing. So first, in the surface preparation of the wooden work, we have to prepare the surface or we have to clean the surface without any dust, spots, greasy matter, and that nails should be used in the woodwork should be punched up to 3 mm below the surface, and the wood in the woodwork should be well seasoned and should not contain any moisture, and that surface should be dry. Next, we have been discussed about knotting. So knotting means that are present in the wood may eject resins from the wood. So knots are killed or covered in the knotting process. There are two methods or there are two ways in the knotting. First method, that is 2 coats of solutions are applied on the surface. First coat consists of 15 grams of red lead, 2 liters of water and 225 grams of glue. After adding this 3 mixture, all we have to add this 3 mixture has been heated and applying it on the surface, and it has been left for 10 minutes. After that, the second coat will be applied, and that second coat consists of red lead ground in boiled linseed oil and thinned with turpentine oil. Next, we have been discussed about priming method. Priming, it is one type of a first coat we will be applying it on the surface, and in this priming method the surface should be smoothened with the abrasive paper, and then first coat of the paint is applied to fill up all the pores in the surface, and the ingredients used in the prime coat are same as subsequent coats, but the quantity or composition may vary. Next is stopping. After filling all the pores of the wooden surfaces in priming, it's time to fill up all the nail holes, dents, cracks, etc. So after the pores had been filled up, the putty it has been used to fill the material, and that putty it has been dried. Then the whole surface is rubbed with the glass paper or any pavement stone. That process of rubbing the wooden surface is called as stopping. Next is undercoating of the new wooden surfaces. All of us know we have to make a good quality work. So while doing a good quality work, 4 coats of paints have been applied. First is prime, undercoating and finishing. For inferior quality work, 2 to 3 coats can be used. So undercoating are nothing but second and third coat of the good quality work which provides same look or shade as finishing coat. For the better result, enough time should be allowed for each coat. Next, last method, that is finishing of the new wooden surfaces. Finishing, it is the last coat that are applied on the surface, and it should be applied in a smooth and uniform manner, and it decides the whole final look of the surface. So skilled workers are required for the better results. So this is all about the method of painting on the new wooden surface, as already we have been discussed. So next, we have already been discussed about the repainting of the old wooden surfaces. How to repaint the old wooden surfaces? So if we repaint the old wooden surfaces, we have to first remove the previous paint work, and that paint will be removed in the many ways, such as first we have to prepare a solution, that is 1 kg of caustic soda in 5 liters of water and apply on the old painted surfaces. After the solution is applied on the surfaces, the old paint gets dissolved and it can be removed easily. So next method, that is, we have to prepare a hot solution that consists of a soft soap, potash and the quicklime, which will be in a proportion that is 1:2:1, and this solution is applied on the old surface and washed with the hot water. And the last method, that is, we have to prepare a mixture of solution that is 1:1. 1:1 means mixture of washing soda and quicklime, which we will be preparing and will be applying it on the old painted surface, and then after that we will be washing that surface with the water. So after all these three methods have been applied, so before we will be applying all these three methods, that surfaces we have to rub with the pumice stone or glass paper, and then 2 to 3 coats of paints have been applied. Okay, so this is all about repainting of the old wooden surfaces. Already we have discussed. So now we will be reading about painting of the plastered surfaces. How we will paint the plastered surfaces? Painting of the newly plastered surface is difficult because of the moisture content present in the plaster material. Heat of hydration of cement also causes severe problems for paints, especially oil-based paints, and distempers are liable to alkali attack. To overcome this, alkali-resistant primer is used in the prime coat, and the plastered surface contains pores in it, and whenever the paint is applied, liquid from the paint is absorbed by these pores, which is called as suction. The suction of the surface then depends upon the type of the paint, prime coat and composition. Suction should be uniform throughout the surface. So the preparation of the surface depends on the type of the paint we will be using on the surface. Okay, so how we will paint that plastered surface? If we paint that newly plastered surface, would be difficult for us, because that in that plastered surface the moisture content should be present, and heat of hydration of the cement also causes the severe problems for the paints. So especially oil based paints and distemper are liable to alkali attack. To overcome all of this, so alkali resistant primer is used in the prime coat. Then the plastered surface contains pores in it, and whenever the paint is applied, liquid from the paint is absorbed by these pores, which is called known as suction. And this suction of the surface mainly depends upon the type of the paint, prime coat composition, and this preparation of the surface mainly depends on the paint we are using in the surface. So this is all about painting of the plastered surface. Next, we will be reading about painting on the how we will paint the metal surfaces. The surfaces of the metal is to be painted should be clean and free from dirt, grease, etc. Depending upon the type and the nature of the metal, suitable is to be selected. So before the metal should be painted, it should be clean, free from the dirt, grease, etc. And it mainly depends upon the type and the nature of the metal which is suitable for us. Next is whitewashing. Whitewashing, you can see the images of the whitewashing here. Whitewashing and the color washing of the surfaces of the building is necessary on both hygienic and aesthetic reasons. In order to obtain a clean, neat and uniform finish, it is necessary to adopt proper method for both preparation of surface to receive whitewash or color wash and for the application of the whitewash. Okay, so all of us know whitewashing means. You can see the images of the whitewashing here. So these are mainly used in our buildings, which is both necessary or hygienic and aesthetic reasons. And in order to obtain the neat, clean and uniform finish, so we have to adopt the proper method for the both preparation of surface to receive the whitewash or color wash and for the application of the whitewash. So next we will be reading about what is the process of whitewashing. First we have to prepare the whitewash surface. Whitewash is to be prepared for the fat lime. 5 liters of water is to be added to 1 kg of lime is allowed to stand for 24 hours. After that, the surface is to be prepared. The new surface should be thoroughly cleaned from dirt, dust, mortar and other foreign matter before the whitewash is to be applied. Next, application of the whitewash. It is applied with the brush to the specified number of coats. Operation in each coat should consist of a stroke of the brush given from the top downward, another from the bottom downward. Okay, so this is all about the process of whitewashing. So these are the assignment questions. What is pointing, painting? Explain in briefly the objectives of the plastering and the pointing. What are the types of mortar we are used for the plastering, and what are the types of plaster finishes, and explain it. Describe the various types of pointing. So these are all the assignment questions. So if any doubt occurs in this chapter, you can ask me in the next slide. Thank you.